This is home. Anyway, I got about 2 hours of sleep and just dropped Robert off at his boat. And before I go back to the house and lay down again, I was right here, and I figured we were talking about last night going for a drive on the beach, and so here we are. And I think what I'm going to do, we're going to go ahead and cruise the beach a little bit, and then when we finally decide to go home, I'm going to take y'all for a partial ride on the original Daytona Beach road course that was considered the racetrack before they built the speedway. Alright, so let's go for a little ride here. Good Lord. And it is a warm one. It's at least 80 degrees already. Back in the day, this beach was open to the public 24 hours a day. You could come down here at 2 o'clock in the morning, drive on the beach, park on the beach. Back then, I think about the only rule there was no open containers and no fires. But anyway, now it cost me $20 to come down here. $20. Of course, being a resident, I had the option to buy the season pass, but I'm not here enough to use it, so I didn't get it. And the lady at the point of entry told me that it's going to be high tide at 10 o'clock. So here shortly the water might get up and kind of impede our travel a little bit. Common thing at high tide. See this sandbar here driving on will probably protect us in this part, but if we get farther down the beach, it flattens out. Okay, in certain times of the year, this beach is billiard table flat. Of course, low tide, you know. Also, you get the low tide, I'm sure it's a lot flatter out there. Oh yeah. come on. Honestly, right next to the damn traffic. Alright, we're going to wait for this guy to get through that. As soon as I saw that ball, I knew it was coming. Four people pushing his car through all that soft sand. And he's just trying to... Alright, here comes the water. The thing is, this wet sand is firm right now. Oh, here we go. You ready? The thing is, you're gonna have to wash the cup on the beach. Salt. Now I've hosed the damn fender wells down in the back. Alright, I got y'all down here on the beach and I only got 2 thumbs up. What's up with that? I'm sorry about the cell service. For an absolute fact, no cars to my right. Alright, when I was in high school, this was the place we hung out right here. Out in front of the Oceans condominium. Kind of situation. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wow. Yeah, imagine trying to drive a race car on this. Except that, like I was saying, they scheduled the races for like during low tide. And once that water recedes, it's pretty flat over there. Certain times of the year, after certain weather events, the beach can be absolutely, like I said, billiard table flat. surfer, little one, make my heart come all undone. Well, apparently we got a surf school going on here. Whole bunch of kids all got the same shirt on, out in the surf with their boards. Excuse me. Yep, there it is. Pure Life Surf School. Those tents we just passed on the left there. Oh shoot. And we just passed a couple of shooting locations. I forgot to mention them from the Days of Thunder back there. A couple of these buildings behind us here, they shot the restaurant scene and the initial contact with the taxi situation there. Anyway, back in the day, you could drive a total of about 26 miles on this beach in either direction. There was no interruption. You could get on at one end and drive to the other. But here lately, they've blocked crap off and yeah. And so we're going to go as far north as we can, and then eventually we'll turn around and go south. We're headed north right now, but once we turn around and head south, we'll head back down to the beach road course. Guys, please forgive me for not interacting, but it's so sunny today. I can barely tell if y'all can see, much less read your comments. And please sorry about that. We get to a certain point, I'll stop and check in with you. Early days of the automobile, if you wanted to break a land speed record, this is where you came. Before the salt flats and before the lake beds and all that stuff, you come to Daytona Beach. The last land speed record broke here was in like the mid 30s. And it was somewhere around 330 miles an hour. cheap. Big bump. Oh, bumpy, bumpy. Okay, now understand this is high tide at the moment. We're getting close there too. Alright, that water will recede every bit of probably 50 to 100 yards before low tide. This gets to be a big, wide, expansive beach. Oh, look out, darling. Come on. Really? Oh. I got a little trivia question for you. Where does all this white sand come from that's on Daytona Beach? Okay, and the primary makeup of it, the reason that it is white is that it is made out of quartz. Okay? The mineral quartz is the primary component of the white sand on Daytona Beach. Where did all that quartz come from? Alright, so here we go right here. Oh, now I got the sun beating down on me. We're gonna have to stop at one of these concession stands and get a cold drink. Or, let's see here. I got the fan running. Let's turn the AC on. Although I'm required to keep the window down, according to the rules of the beach, you got to have the window down. And actually what we'll do now is, so we're headed south, and I told you we'll go to the road course. Well, that's going to involve getting up on A1A, and then we'll, once we get on A1A, we'll head south, and we'll end up passing what would originally have been the north turn of the speedway, the racetrack. And once we pass that, we will actually be on the paved part of the beach road course. And once we get down to the south turn, we can get back on the beach for a minute. And that'll constitute my one off and on. And while we're doing that, we'll stop at 7-Eleven and get us a soda. Or maybe a big water. Alright, this big yellow thing is the concession wagon. He's looking for a place to park. I don't want to get in his way yet. But also don't want to get stuck. Looks like he's looking for a place to back up. Nope, he's going to pull up in there. Okay. Alright, so the phone's not appreciating the heat now all of a sudden. Even though I got the AC on. Gotta figure out some way to shade you without blinding you. And I think what that's gonna end up entailing is I'm gonna have to cover it with a rag. And I'm not going to be able to see what y'all are seeing. Wait a minute. Here, let's try this. Here, let's get y'all in the shade here. There. Now the thing is, I can't tell whether or not the signal goes out, and sometimes I got to interact with it. If it goes away, I'll definitely double check when we stop at the 7-Eleven and make sure we got got y'all back. And I actually had to unplug the battery because it said it was getting hot charging earlier. So, and if you can see the perspiration on me, it's warm. It's downright warm here. You know, there used to be a time I really think that a tattoo artist used to really be concerned about what their work looked like in context. And here anymore, I don't think they do that anymore. I'm seeing these people with they're just horrible tattoo jobs, and it's not so much the quality of the tattoos, it's the placement and the subject matter, and it can be a wonderful tattoo, but if it's a tattoo of a soccer ball, it's just, some of these kids and their tattoos, they just don't. And the artist, it's just like the artist says, "Oh, you giving me money? All right, whatever you want." You know, boom, boom. Lord. Grandma is rocking that damn bikini. The old Akutiki Inn that don't exist anymore. Used to go to the Akutiki all the time. It was right there. You can still see the faded paint on the seawall. Alright, are y'all still with me? No, of course not. Well, I guess you're still with me. It's still bitching about being hot. What we may have to do is because I ain't got you hooked to the charger, and so the battery's discharging, which is generating heat. Even though I got the AC on, I got the window open, it's hot in here. If this thing fails on us, I will stop and cool it off before I finish this feed. All right. Here, let's see. If I open this window here a little bit, I can get some ventilation on, you know. There. See if that helps. Yep, y'all are still running. Alright. I hope that's a decent angle for y'all. What can I do about that? Here, let's see here. I'll tell you what, I ain't gonna mess with you while I'm driving. Alright, so that beige building right there, and this here. Alright, this tall, oh come on. Alright, that tall round building right there, and this beige building, the next one, those were a couple of the shooting locations for Days of Thunder. The round building has a restaurant all the way on the top, and it used to be a restaurant called Sophie K's, and that's where they shot the restaurant scene, the one where if you two monkeys want to kill yourselves, don't do it on my racetrack. That's where they shot that scene. And then the beige building here used to be the Daytona Hilton, and that's where the taxi cab scene, where the taxi cab guy hit him in the bumper or whatever, and they ended up chasing the taxi cab around, and old Nicole Kidman's trying to get out of the car. That's where that scene started, right there. Oh. Okay, here's a surf school again. So you can see all the people out in the surf there with the boards there. Apparently all surfing students. We'll let this little girl go. Come on. There you go. Glad to see a young girl like that aware of traffic on the beach. That's awesome. Alright, now, during the winter, back in the day when you could come down here 24 hours a day, this beach is generally absolutely desolate. And when I was in high school, I had a 73 Camaro, and I did see triple digits right here on the speedometer. It used to be that the beach was wide open, and the police only patrolled it if there was somebody, if it was a busy day, and there was nobody paying attention to who was coming or going on the beach ramps. And so what you would do is you'd cruise like this, make you a couple of laps, do some reconnaissance, find out where the law enforcement was in the coffee shop or sitting on the beach or whatever, and then finally about your fourth lap you come down here and just blast off. Well, you can't do that anymore. We'll back up to the Charger here, and we are just cooking. It's hot. It's hot inside, it's hot out. I'm gonna set y'all back on back here. Do that because you're hooked to the charger. Thermodynamic issues going on here. We're going to get off here shortly, and the 7-Eleven, and see about getting y'all under the. Once we get parked at the 7-Eleven, I think we get it out again. And cool this thing down a little bit, and by that I mean the phone is definitely not happy with the heat. And get myself a cold drink. Oh. Salt in the air. Anyone ever come up with why the sand is white? Or excuse me, I already told you why the sand is white. It's white because it's quartz. Where did it come from? I guess where I'm going is this sand is not indigenous to this area. It actually migrated here somehow. Alright, so we can't exit here. Alright. Awesome. And there's somebody stuck up ahead of us. Or something. Oh, they're dealing with... Alright, never mind. Handing out citations? What are they doing? Okay. Who knows? Oh no, that was actually an interesting tattoo on that woman's back. Her entire back was a tattoo of looked like a motorcycle jumping over something, and actually that was a cool tattoo. Her entire freaking back. So looking for our exit here. We got to get up on A1A and find our 7-Eleven. Get a big gulp or something. guy's building a... Oh, they're going to have a wedding. That's what it looks like. And this pier we're driving under is the famous Sunglow Fishing Pier. And they got a restaurant up there. You can sit there and have you some fresh seafood, have your cold beer. And then you walk past the restaurant and you can go out there on the end of the pier and fish. If you want to do that, catch your own seafood. Alright. Need my exit. Where's my damn exit? Getting tired of this hot crap. Up for the seagull. Damn it, sweetheart. I'm hoping this is an exit up here. Looks like we might, yep, I can see the damn guard shack. Okay. Alright. Now I think to find our 7-Eleven, we're going to have to run north a little bit. Yep, I can see the sign up there. Oh, get some wind up in here. There we go. Woo! Pull under the fuel awning here and get us in some shade for a minute. Oh yeah. All right, that'll help. Oh. All right, give me a couple minutes. I'm gonna go inside and get something cold to drink, and then we'll get back on the road. Actually, we might take a couple minutes and set y'all in front of the AC and help cool this thing down. It is awful warm. Anyway, I'll be right back. Y'all are overheating. God damn it. It stopped charging again. Alright. Yeah, what's in the bag, Ron? Yeah, that's for later. Alright, so we're going to get out of everybody's way here if we can. And get y'all down in the AC for a couple of minutes. Cool this damn thing off, because obviously we can't charge because we're hot. And if I don't charge, y'all won't be able to get to see what I'm getting ready to show you. So we're going to sit here and turn the AC on and get it blowing real good. And unfortunately, the vents don't work well in the truck, and so y'all are going to be on the floor for a minute cooling off. Okay. Where is it? Right there. Okay, so we're gonna set y'all right up in there. That is the actual. That's where that cold air is coming out of. Right in that general area. We're gonna get y'all cooled off here. Cool you to the core for about 5 minutes, and then we'll bring you back out, and we'll actually do the. We're actually going to be able to drive on about a little over half of the original beach road course. Definitely cold air. You know what though? Here, let's try something. I got y'all in this military grade case. I'm going to take you out of the case. Probably help cool it down. See if I can do this without hitting too many buttons. Come on. There we go. Alright, so get y'all out of the case. Wow, this thing is hot. Insanely hot. Okay. Got y'all out of the case. Get you back in the mount. Set you back down here. Wind blowing on you, some cold wind blowing on you. I'll sit here and smoke a cigarette. If any smoking a cigarette, y'all should be cool enough, I think. Once we do this, we'll probably end this feed, and I'm going to start concentrating on my brother's truck. See if we can't get breathe some life into it. good. Alright, so we'll reposition y'all. Got to turn the AC off because the truck's trying to run warm again. So now I'm going to be sweating for y'all. Oh, come on. All right. So this is Coastal Highway A1A. And it runs from Miami all the way up into Maine, I think. Very much like US 1. Oh, look at the old Chevy van right there. Very cool. Alright, so anyway, eventually we're going to find a restaurant on our left called the North Turn. And there's a beach approach right there. Much like the one we, to access the beach. And that is actually where the north turn of the beach road course was. That's hence the name of the restaurant. And once we pass that restaurant, we'll be on the original beach road course. The road a little bit in one particular spot, and I'll point that out. But otherwise, the road is fairly unchanged, save for all the houses and buildings that are on it now. Traffic about? Why is everybody stopped? It must be noon. Or something. Okay, and there are still spots of unimproved property. To give you some idea of what this area used to look like, I'll try and point one out. Okay, see, like right between these buildings right here, you see all the vegetation? Okay, that's what the sides of this road used to look like back in the era when they raced on the beach. this this water tank or whatever it is, all that vegetation, that's what the sides of this road used to look like on both sides. Like right here, all that vegetation on the other side of the sidewalk. Just imagine it's right here on the side of the road. Take the sidewalk out, take that little strip of grass out, and those palm trees and that scrub brush are right against the side of the road. On both sides, that's what it used to be like. So right here to our left is the North Turn restaurant right here. And there is a beach access. Okay, so that was the actual turn. That's where the grandstands are. If you look at the old movies of the beach road course. Now this wide spot right here was not part of the beach road course. Okay, this is part of the part I was telling you was messed up. This road used to be about 50 yards to the left, and it was 2 lane, just like that stretch we just got off of. Okay, and here shortly we'll go back to 2 lanes, and we'll be on the original beach course, or beach road course. So now what I want you to try and imagine, you've got all that vegetation on each side of the road. You're doing 140 miles an hour, and you're doing that 140 miles an hour 3 wide. This much asphalt right here. That's how they did it. 3 wide. 140 miles an hour right here. Alright, so now we're on the paved part of the beach road course. And the beach is to our left. Not, there's one property, these buildings, between us and the beach. And we're 140 miles an hour 3 wide. With the vegetation right against the sides of the road. And no spotters. Virtually no radios at that point. Okay, and you can see that this road is not flat. It meanders up and down. Because essentially all we got here, this is all sand dunes with a little bit of vegetation growing on it. this stop sign right here is where the south turn is. And if you look at the old movies, you're going to see where the cars come off the asphalt and go blasting over a sand dune and roll over. Okay, and there'll be 5 or 6 of them rolled over right there. It's right where this house is now. This house right here. Okay, so this is the south turn. And look at this. You can't even turn north here. Damn it. Okay. Hello.
How we doing?
We're doing. Got that up in Pont. Yeah, they told me I could use it one time. Thank you very much.
All right.
All good?
Yep. Have a good one.
All right. So anyway, this is the south turn, and at this point, if we were racing, we would turn left. But they've totally screwed this up with telephone poles. All right. So we'll turn right. Anyway, so that was the paved part of the beach road course. And here we are on the beach again. And this is actually, we are down in the town of Ponce Inlet now. And this is a totally different world because you can see the hotels and the condos are not built up in the sand dunes there. Okay, Ponce Inlet is more of a little bedroom community, I guess you call it. A lot of residential houses back off of the from the sand dunes. And we can't drive very much farther here because you see those rocks sticking out into the ocean. That's an erosion control situation maintained by the Army Corps of Engineers, locally known as the Jetty. And it's a good place to go fishing and such. But I'm pretty sure our axe will end when we get there. We'll have to turn around. But actually, back in the day of the land speed record deal, this would have been where those guys would have turned their big speed record cars around. But hello, good Lord. Yeah. The old VW van there with the camper up. That's awesome. That's cool. And I hope y'all can hear the waves breaking. Hear the surf. Yep. Alright, I see a do not enter sign up there. We'll turn around while we can here. Okay, and if you look off on the horizon, you can see all those buildings there. That's the stretch of beach we were on earlier. The beach actually has a little bit of curve to it, and that's why you can see those buildings that way. But the tide is starting to go out, and you can start, and it's only been like an hour or two, and it's going to continue to go out for about the next 6 hours or so. You can see how wide and flat this beach gets. Look at this poor girl just trying to sleep in the sun. Don't look like she's, I mean, that didn't look comfortable at all. Excuse me. Alright, I think I see Mom there, Mom. Yep. Mom, we're going doing a little tour in here, and then I'm going over to Robert's house to work on his truck, so. Oh, and there's somebody out there on the ocean hanging from a parachute. Here, let's see if we can show you out the window there. I don't know if you can see it. There's a boat dragging him. And there may be more than one person hanging from that parachute. He's so far away. Alright, so anyway, right here, this is the south turn. And if these damn telephone poles weren't here and it was 1957 or 58, they'd be blasting down the beach there at 130, 140 miles an hour. Alright, tip 4 on that, Robert. Tell you what, while we're at it, let's just show everybody where your dock is. Alright, so this was the south turn back in the day, and now we're off the race course. And we're headed west. The beach pretty much runs north and south. Okay, and I love this road right here because this is the way the city of Daytona used to be right here. These grand trees shading the road and covering it. US 1 used to look like this. going through Daytona. All right. See the big boat they're working on there? It just amazes me how they get them things up on them little itty tiny, them little jacks and blocks and stuff. All right, but this is the dock at the Down the Hatch restaurant. This area right here. And this little parking area right here is where the employees park. And anyway, your dock is off to our right now. And that's the ticket office right there for the Sea Spirit.
Hey.
How you doing?
Okay, then I'll go put some ice on the water. Hey, you know what? I put the water on the marble, so we don't have to worry about ruining the wood. It works perfectly. Yeah, I moved it down a little. We put the water on there. Still put paper towels down, but it's not going to ruin the wood.
She's talking to the boss, sounds like.
Well, why don't let's see how, yeah, because then we won't go through paper towels. Okay. 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 I'll talk to you later. Bye. Bye. What's new?
I'm just showing folks around with the live feed. Here, hold on. Say hi.
Hey.
Okay. Anyway, Robert's on it right now, so see you later. All right. So Down the Hatch restaurant, Sea Spirit, and the Manatee. That's the ticket office right there. And that's where my brother works back there. That's where his boat runs out of. Oh, so anyway. Looks like the city of Pond Settlement. It's got a little park back there with some historical buildings. And then, so anyway, if you continue straight, we go back to the Beach Road course. So all you got to do is get on A1A, go to the stop sign, turn right, and go till you can't no more to find the Sea Spirit and the Manatee. And they do have an internet presence, and you can call them and schedule. Yeah, you pretty much you got to make reservations to get on the boat. And I figured we'd take you to the lighthouse here for a minute. And I almost contemplated climbing that today, but it's a little too damn hot. We'll just pull in here for a minute. Oh, yeah. And anyway, that is the Ponce de Leon Lighthouse. It's been there since like what, the 1870s, I think. Your typical navigational beacon. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. Poor old right shoulder's just aching me. I hope y'all enjoyed what little bit of the beach road course I could show you. Alright, ahead of us is the south turn. And so now we're back on the paved part of the road course, going the wrong way. And with that, the tour is kind of concluded, and we're gonna start making our way to Robert's house to see if we can't put a dent in his old pickup truck. Okay, this road used to go straight right here. Okay, where it widens out and curves is not part of the original beach road course. It continued straight like that, where all those buildings are. And this really upsets me, because when they first moved this road, it was supposedly in the name of conserving the dunes. And then like 10 or 15 years after they moved the road, the these damn condos started popping up. I think it was a situation, I don't hold me to it, but it was like somebody donated the land to the state. And so the state, you know, tried to do some kind of environmental thing. And then the state decided to sell the damn property after they moved the road. Sounds kind of to me like a governmental conspiracy, I think. Alright, so we, here's the north turn right here, the restaurant right here on the right. So this beach approach right here, where it says do not enter there, this was actually the north turn, and that restaurant's pretty much sets where the grandstand was. If they were having a race, that's where the grandstand was, if you look at the old movies. Which part of 35 miles an hour don't we understand here? Yeah, they're waiting for that. Okay. y'all are in Daytona Beach, that North Turn restaurant has got a lot of memorabilia up in there. Mostly photographs, but and a pretty decent menu. The town of Daytona Beach Shores, and we actually drove through Wilbur by the Sea, between Ponce Inlet and here. I think Wilbur by the Sea is still an entity. So here's the 7-Eleven we stopped at and cooled off. And this traffic light up here, we're going to take a left. And the name of this road is Dunlawton. And we'll proceed over the bridge and the causeway to the Intercoastal Waterway, known as the Halifax River, separates this little piece of land from the rest of the state. And locally, we're on what's called the beach side of the waterway, the Intercoastal Waterway. They call it, your beach side or mainland. And one of the local high schools, actually, I think it's first high school in Daytona, is known as Mainland High School. Mom and Dad graduated from there. And then you had Seabreeze High School. And forever those were the two high schools in the area. And then they built Spruce Creek High School. Come on, wake up. Oh. And Spruce Creek was the third high school in the area, and that's where I graduated. Oh, please. Light has been so green it's grown a beard like mine. This road right here used to be lined with houses right here on the left. Some ancient old houses, but most of them been tore down. There's only one back there now. And there used to be a big restaurant here on the right. I think one of the hurricanes got it. And then there used to be a damn mobile home park right here where this looks like some kind of a public park. Good Lord. A whole bunch of activity going on there. Alright, so this is Ridgewood Avenue. US 1s. Highway US 1. Town of Port Orange. We've just crossed the city limits into South Daytona. guys, I think what I'm going to do, I've only got about 2 hours of sleep before I had to get up and take Robert to work, and then give you all this tour. We're gonna end it, and I think I want to lay down and take another nap. And then what time is it, by the way? I'm expecting this probably, what, 12:30, 1 o'clock. What time we got on the East Coast here? My phone is busy. I do not know what time it is. And Holly, yes, it's Friday. Alright, so it's noon. 12 on the dot. Okay, awesome. So we're going to lay down for a couple hours. And then we'll get busy on Robert's truck, and we'll probably throw something up with that. Yeah, get some ibuprofen or something in me for the shoulder. Alright, 10-4 on that there. Oh, I'm getting tired. And I gotta pee. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed your tour of the beach and the beach road course. And for those of y'all that got here late, please feel free to watch it again and share. And if you're new, please subscribe. And we're gonna, once we wake up, we're gonna see if we can breathe some life into this old pickup truck right here. Fortunate thing is I'm very familiar with it, in that it's identical to mine, except that it's a long wheelbase truck. Alright, so everybody, be blessed, be good to each other, and have a better tomorrow. Thanks for riding along. And Smokey Bear, hello. Holly, hello. Devin, hello. Everybody, hello and goodbye. Andy NASCAR, welcome. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And everybody, we're gonna call it quits here. In 3, 2, 1. There's Mom. Okay, Mom, I'm here. Be here. Yeah, I'll be here. All right. Love you. Bye.